You ever see one of those girls on Instagram, perfectly sculpted, glowing skin, long flowing hair, and you think to yourself, damn, what's her secret? Or maybe you're a guy looking at a male model with envious eyes thinking, how can I look that good? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It's not luck, my friend, it's not luck. This physique, these chiseled muscles, this sculpted body, it wasn't built by accident. It was forged in the fires of discipline, tempered by sweat and solidified by an indomitable will. What you see here is the product of countless hours spent honing one's craft, pushing through pain and exhaustion when no one was watching. I want you to understand something. The world will always try to keep you small. They'll whisper doubts in your ear and try to convince you that you're really not capable of greatness. But let me tell you something. You are more than capable. In fact, you were born for greatness. You were born to conquer. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you desire to look like a beast, then you must train like one too. You see, this is a realm where the weak are left behind and only the strong survive. This is a place where the boundaries of human potential are pushed to the absolute limit. And if you want to thrive here, you have to embrace the grind. Yes, the grind. That's what separates the contenders from the pretenders. That's what separates those who talk a big game from those who actually go out there and do the work. You have to be willing to push yourself beyond your perceived limits, to dig deep inside and find that inner strength that's been dormant for far too long. Do you feel that fire burning inside of you? Do you feel that urge to break free from the shackles that have been holding you back? Let me tell you, you're not alone. We all have that fire within us. We all have that drive to be better, to be stronger, to be more. But here's the thing. It's easy to let that fire die out. It's easy to succumb to the pressures of everyday life and let your goals fall by the wayside. But I'm here to tell you that you can't do that. You won't survive, not in this world. You need to learn how to harness that fire, how to use it to fuel your every move. You need to learn how to push through the pain, how to ignore the naysayers and the doubters and to focus on what you want to achieve. Remember, this is a battle against the demons in your mind, against the limitations you've placed on yourself, and against the world that's trying to hold you down. But guess what? You're going to win this battle. You're going to come out on top because you're not just a pretty face. No, you're more than that. You're a warrior. You're a goddamn beast. Now get up off the ground and show the world what you're made of. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Let your muscles be the testament to your hard work. Let your physique be the canvas on which you paint your masterpiece. Let the world see that you were once overlooked, underestimated, and let them watch as you rise to become the most feared and respected individual in any room you enter. Remember, physical beauty is earned, not given. It's not about how you look when you're posing for pictures. It's about how you look when you're pushing your limits, when you're breaking through barriers that others thought were unbreakable. That's where true beauty lies, in the struggle, in the pain, in the sweat and the tears. So embrace it. Become the unrecognizable. Let the world look at you and tremble. Because when you train like a beast, you don't just look like a beauty, you become one. Do you think this is an accident? Do you really think you were born with this body? It was built. These muscles were forged. Every single one of these scars tells a story of pain and sweat. This body was made by doing things that most people can't handle. You think you were born with this? Wrong. This is a product of consistent hard work. Every day I have to look myself in the mirror and push myself even when I don't feel like it because I'm building something that will last forever. This is my temple. I'm constantly working on it. I had to search deep within myself to find the motivation to get better. We all do. Some of us have to dig a little deeper than others. But if you truly want to succeed at something, you'll find a way. If you were born with a gift, that's great. But that doesn't mean you can sit on your ass and expect things to get better. You still have to put in the work. Most people want to look like this, but they don't want to train like this. They want the results, but they don't want to pay the price. They want to look like a beauty, but they don't want to train like a beast. You can't have one without the other. The truth is, no one was born with the perfect genetics to be beautiful. There are very few exceptions to this rule. Most successful models, actors, and public figures didn't just wake up one day and realize they were gorgeous. They worked tirelessly to build their bodies into what they are today. And on top of that, they have amazing teams of people helping them look their best. The vast majority of people aren't so lucky. They have to rely on themselves to make themselves look good. So let me repeat after me. No one was born with the perfect genetics to be beautiful. You don't win the genetic lottery and suddenly become irresistible. What separates those that succeed from those that don't is insane discipline. That's why I say train like a beast. You have to be willing to go to the depths of hell and pull out every last drop of effort. The type of person that wants to look like a beauty has to be able to embrace the grind. You have to look forward to getting up early and training while everyone else is sleeping. It's about taking full control of yourself and never letting that go. A lot of people are scared of being alone. I see it all the time in the gym. People are afraid to lift heavy weights by themselves. Well, guess what? Being beautiful isn't always easy either. It takes a lot of work and dedication. So what's the point of seeking physical beauty if you're not going to take the steps to achieve it? You need to understand there is no room for excuses. None of that matters if you want to look like a beauty. You need to rise from the ashes every day and burn away the weak parts of your character. Train like a beast and look like a beauty. When you're done with your workout, you should be completely drained, physically and mentally. That's how you know you've pushed yourself to the limit. That's how you know you've grown. Now, some people might think this sounds harsh, but it's the truth. If you want to be the best, you have to be willing to do what others aren't. You have to be willing to sacrifice, to suffer, to push yourself beyond your limits. Anything worth having in life comes at a price, and the higher the reward, the higher the cost. For example, imagine you have a date with the girl of your dreams tomorrow. You're nervous and you want to impress her. You decide to hit the gym and train hard. As you start lifting weights, you feel the burn. Your muscles are screaming in pain, but you push through. You know that if you don't put in the work today, you won't be able to look your best for your date tomorrow. So you push yourself harder, even though it hurts. Fast forward to the next day. You wake up feeling sore and exhausted, but when you look in the mirror, you see a difference. You're more muscular. Your body is more toned and you feel confident. You know that all the hard work you put in yesterday will pay off. When you meet the girl of your dreams, she'll notice how hard you've worked to look your best. She'll see the definition in your jawline, the strength in your arms and the endurance in your legs. And she'll know that you're a man who's willing to put in the work to achieve his goals. Now imagine if you hadn't trained hard yesterday. You would have been too tired to put in the effort. You wouldn't have been able to look your best, and she might have noticed your lack of discipline and strength. This is the power of understanding the importance of hard work. It's the same in every aspect of life. If you want to succeed, you have to be willing to make the necessary sacrifices and put in the hard work. It may not seem like much at first, but over time it will all add up and you'll start to see the results you've been looking for. Let me tell you a story about a blacksmith. A long time ago, there was a blacksmith who was known for making the strongest swords in the kingdom. One day he was commissioned by the king to make a sword that would never break. The blacksmith knew this was a tough challenge, but he was up for it. He spent weeks searching for the perfect metal, and when he finally found it, he began to forge it in his furnace. As he heated the metal and hammered it over and over again, he was determined to make the strongest sword ever. But as he worked, he started to feel the heat of the furnace seeping into his bones. He felt his own strength slowly draining away as he put everything he had into his work. Still, he refused to give up. He knew that if he did, the king would be disappointed and he would lose his reputation as the best blacksmith in the kingdom. Finally, after weeks of work, the sword was complete. It was beautifully crafted and looked as if it could never break. The blacksmith took it to the king and was rewarded handsomely for his work. But as he walked away from the king, he felt a deep sense of sadness. He had given everything to his work and now he was left feeling empty and drained. But then he heard a voice that said, "You have made something beautiful out of pain and suffering. You have taken something that was once worthless and turned it into something valuable. You have become stronger because of your hard work and now you have something to show for it." The blacksmith looked down at the sword he had made and realized that the voice was right. He had suffered and worked hard, but he had made something beautiful out of it. He had turned a worthless piece of metal into a valuable sword, and in doing so, he had become stronger himself. From that day on, the blacksmith continued to make beautiful things out of pain and suffering. He understood that true beauty is born out of struggle and that real strength comes from overcoming challenges. Listen to me. You cannot be weak. You must be strong. You must be resilient. You must be able to pick yourself up when you are down and keep moving forward no matter what. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Choose to be strong. Choose to overcome. Choose to be beautiful. Your body is like steel, and only when it's forged in the fires of hard work does its true strength shine through. You're not meant to be comfortable. You're meant to grow. Embrace the burn. Embrace the exhaustion, for they are the marks of a warrior. Those who seek beauty must be willing to endure pain. You see, beauty isn't just skin deep. It's a reflection of the strength and resilience that lies within. To look like a beauty, you must first be one. Rise from the ashes of your failures and doubts, and from the fire of your efforts, you will emerge as a new creature, unrecognizable to the one who sought comfort in weakness. If you feel like giving up, if the pain becomes too much to bear, remember the girl who doesn't love you yet. Remember the goals that are still waiting for you to achieve them. Never let go of your dreams. Hold on to them tightly and let nothing stop you from achieving them. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. You have to prove it to yourself. Because when you look in the mirror and see the progress you've made, that's the only approval that matters. Every scar on my body tells a story of pain and sweat. Every muscle I've built is a testament to the fact that I never gave up, and every day I wake up and choose to get better. And you should do the same.